Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And they make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
In fact, that little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stowe, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's up, dwellers of Monster Island, embracing nothing but attitude? This is your boy Adrian Settle here with the crew of Monsters with Attitude today. And today we're going to be having another episode of Let's Talk Raw. And of course, today I got my boys with me, the man, the myth, the legend, all the way on the East Coast, even though he has West as his name, Mr. Samson West. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm very allergic to the East. I'm very allergic to the East. And it's showing today. I can't stop coughing. It's getting to me today. I feel like I got just like a little bit of grit in my throat. So the East is I'm definitely allergic to it, especially today. But other than that, yeah, let's get into what's been going on for the past week.
I mean, at least you got the problems of having to pay high prices in the West. Maybe that makes you feel a little bit better. Maybe.
Yeah, the California. I mean, it's not much better down here. Everything's expensive.
And of course, the man to my right, of course, the Don himself, Jordan Adorno. Jordan, how you doing today, good brother?
I am doing swell. Work was hectic as always. What do you expect being a security officer at one of the most ghettoest hospitals in Connecticut? Nonetheless, it's always a blessing and a privilege to be here. It just makes my day go by so much better.
Well, we being top five security of the world, Craig. You gotta keep them folks in line. You heard?
Sometimes I just let them do whatever they want. I'm like, hey, knock yourselves out.
Literally.
Oh goodness. And of course, before we get started, of course, we got to shout out our sponsors at www.super7.com/monsters with attitude 2024, as they are definitely helping us build our channel up. So if you need your Super 7 needs, go to super7.com, and of course use our logo, Monsters with Attitude 2024, so you can go ahead and get your nice little discount, because I don't know about y'all, but Super 7's been taking a lot of my money recently. So having a little break there, it definitely helps, especially with these lovely tariffs. But not gonna jump into that. But Jordan, would you like to go through the chat real quick, see who we got watching with us today?
Of course, because it's so fun to go through the chat. Nathaniel, how are you doing, brother? I know you're watching. I think, today is a pay-per-view for AEW. Tony Storm, listen. I'm unfortunately about to be a happily married man, so I'm gonna say shut about that. But I know I get where you're coming from, Nate. We have DJC. Hey, yo, listen, I'm gonna have to start bringing a toothpick and just flinging it every time DJC comes out with that. Hey, yo, to pay homage to a very beloved wrestler. Too busy grilling today. To watch a full show live, and nobody can.
I know that. Well.
Wow.
Oh,
What's
goodness.
going on, Michael? Oh man.
Michael.
And of course, our beloved articulated monsterverse simp pimp, Oscar Solis. What is going on, brother? Oh my goodness. And he is right. We are literally a month and a half away from G Fest.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Time flies,
It
man.
came up so quick this year.
Literally, this year went by like it was nothing. It's crazy, man. You know, they say when you get older, time goes by a lot quicker. I never believed that until I got older.
I know. Wasn't COVID just yesterday? Like seriously,
Dude,
For
literally.
real.
weren't we all locked up just like last week?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but hey, listen, we're here, we're alive, we're healthy, we're blessed. So, and hey, listen, it's it could be a lot worse, but you know what? Like I said, we're here. So yeah.
Absolutely. So of course, since Joe did host our wonderful Power Rangers show, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie show last week, we didn't get to talk about the news. So we got a little bit of catching up to do. Not too many crazy news, but we do have some exciting things to talk about for today. So y'all boys ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, so first off, we're gonna start in the comic book community with Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe. Of course, we got a few different variants. We have this Godzilla that looks like
Damn.
a red BMK in a sense. I don't know about y'all, but this is pretty dope.
I'm seeing it. The fangs, the pupil-less eyes.
I
Damn.
know the silhouette of that Godzilla. It's Heisei Godzilla. I forgot.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, because you can see the ears.
Yeah.
Kind of, just barely.
Man, I think this was the animatronic used from Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, Mecha
No,
Godzilla.
not Biolante. No, this was like in the early to mid 90s around there.
Yeah,
I forgot. I know exactly what this picture is from, but I love this, and just the ferociousness that Godzilla looks like in this. The little lightning bolts protruding from back to front, and the silhouettes of the Avengers. That looks freaking badass.
Which Avengers do we have? That is Doctor Strange for sure, but who's that at the very bottom next to the Avengers A?
I don't know. Maybe that's you, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm towards the bottom, right here.
Yeah, he is
the human at the very bottom next to the A. That's dead center in the bottom. He just looks like a regular person, just standing there.
I mean, it could be Bruce Banner, maybe.
Well, if they're gonna put him in there, it might as well just be the Hulk.
Yeah,
but the one posing on the A, that's Venom or Carnage.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely one of the two.
Okay,
then we got Scarlet Witch next to Doctor Strange with her hands out.
Yeah.
Thor. Who's the one with the wings next to Godzilla's teeth? Is that?
Hey, listen, this is your guys' field.
Yeah, don't ask Jordan.
Yeah, this is
Nimbus said that the one on the bottom is Ant-Man.
Nerdy Nimbus. He mentioned it could be Wasp. Oh, DJC could also say it's also said Falcon.
Oh, Falcon with the wings. That's who that is. Falcon.
Yeah, it has to be Falcon. Just because of the way the wings are shaped, that has to be Falcon, I think.
Okay.
But now I'm trying to figure out who that is with the cape that doesn't have Mjolnir.
Was it Supernova? Is that a character? Nova? I don't know.
That may be I'm trying to think. Vision. Maybe that's Vision up there.
That is probably Vision. Probably.
Or Doctor Strange. Or actually, no, it kind of has a color, so it could be Doctor Strange too.
Doctor Strange, I already said him. Doctor Strange is in the dead center in front of Godzilla's neck with he has the symbols hovering around his hands. The
Sentry or Vision.
Incantations.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out who all silhouettes we got up in here. But either way, still cool stuff. Pretty a lot of ferocity being emitted from the Godzilla and just the red lightning. It's cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And then of course next we got, and I'm guessing these are different comics or different cover arts.
Holy crap!
This Godzilla looks like he's getting attacked by Venom and or Carnage.
Yeah, that's Venom all the way. That's that is gnarly right there. That's like Godzilla meets the Thing. Honestly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, Joe, I know you're not the biggest superhero fan, but I know you appreciate Venom.
oh no, dude, listen, if there is anything that will draw my attention to specific brands or properties that I'm not a fan of, that I'm not a fan of, are crossovers. Like for instance, truth be told, the only reason I ended up acquiring the Injustice 2 game was because I saw a lot of people playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a few characters from Mortal
Okay.
Kombat, a bunch of other, creative DLC packs, such as Hellboy was in it, and a bunch of few others. I'm not going to name them all, but that's what drew me into wanting to get the game. And besides that, I'm a sucker for fighting games, but this right here is like,
Wicked.
yeah, like I am going to try my absolute best to come across each and every single one, at least specific covers that I am more drawn into, and this is one of them. So yeah, just oh my goodness, this looks. Whoever did this, first and foremost, like I salute you, because this is amazing work. This is gruesome, it's disgusting, it's fun, it's wow.
Ditto.
And then also we got this cover variant of this King Ghidorah. Of course, when Godzilla got introduced to the Marvel Universe earlier this year, we had one that was just Godzilla, just like this. Now we have one that's King Ghidorah like this, which it makes me wonder. I wonder what's going on with King Ghidorah now in this particular issue of this comic book.
Well, what's interesting, it looks like this. It's like a blister pack because it has that little triangle hole punch at the top center, and then it has a little like a little sticker, like it's being sold at a department store, like the price tag. Does it say Walmart? It doesn't say Walmart, does it?
No, it doesn't say Walmart. I was trying to make it out early, but I couldn't make it out either when I was getting it for the show.
Walmart edition? No. But that's creative. That's interesting. That is funny to see because it is Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe, and yet now we got our boy Ghidorah on the cover, the 91 variant. So
unfortunately, it's the 91 variant.
Ooh.
And of course we got Kiryu as Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah.
This is what caught my eye. I was like, oh shit. I'm not a huge Ghost Rider fan, but this just looks awesome. You can't say this doesn't look awesome.
Ghost Rider still hasn't gotten his due justice in the Marvel. I mean, there's the Nicolas Cage movies, and didn't they excuse me, bring him in for what TV show was he brought into? Was he brought into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or he was in something?
Was he? I didn't. Not that I know.
Yeah, we have seen Ghost Rider, a different variant to him, not in any official like Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it was either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or New Mutants or something.
Yeah, Larry said
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I thought so. We got to see him for a split second, and he looked a lot more like sharp. Like the skull was like a lot sharper, the jawbone was more pronounced, and it was very interesting. But we still haven't seen him in our Marvel Cinematic Universe done right yet. I wonder when that's going to be brought to fruition. Maybe the Doomsday. Go for it, dude. I'm done.
Would you really want to see Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider adapted into the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I don't know. The fans would love that, or certain fans would love that, but I almost feel like he needs to be recast. Like, I've seen some stuff. Norman Reedus, the guy that plays what's his face from Walking Dead. There were talks like,
that'd be dope.
There were talks of like him doing it. I was like, I'd be for that. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be a bad casting, honestly.
Okay. I'm just
Honestly, they
curious.
haven't put Nermit Reed in a Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. I feel like he'd fit pretty well, honestly.
Hey, you know what? This right here is number 3. This right here. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. It's canon. It's canon.
And DJ said people were saying Ryan Gosling to play Ghost Rider.
Ryan Gosling.
Maybe.
He's too much of an it boy.
And then, of course, the last cover variant or issue that I was able to find was this one. Spider-Man. Yes. Y'all know Spider is my favorite Marvel hero, so I had to get this one in there for sure. I absolutely love Spider-Man. And this is simple, but it for me, it works. And this is probably the one I pick up.
I mean,
the perspective is really cool. I like this low angle shot. It just shows like the sheer size of Godzilla and just the very classic Spider-Man outfit, just kind of spandex, nothing too elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Saving some guy.
It's funny, especially now with this, recent upbringing of Godzilla crossing over with Marvel. They've really been pushing the envelope with Godzilla and Spider-Man pinned up together.
They really have, actually.
Like we have Godzilla versus the Amazing Spider-Man, and then we have a Godzilla symbol. I don't even know what's that called. What's the
symbiotes?
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know how to freaking pronounce that. A Godzilla Venom. You have
the symbiotes.
Symbiotes. I'm gonna call the symbiotes. We have the other cover of Godzilla being coated with the symbiotes turning into Venom. And this new addition to the Marvel Godzilla crossover, it's crazy, man. And truth be told, I mean, I know that they also have one with Godzilla going up against Thor. Just recently, we've also had Godzilla versus the Hulk, and that's one of my personal favorites. But the one that just seems like it's really like the one that a lot of people want to see, and the one that Marvel's really been pushing the envelope was Godzilla and Spider-Man. I mean, truth be told, when I hear Marvel, the first character I think about is Spider-Man.
Yep.
He kind of paved the way for superhero movies thanks to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely. He did.
If it weren't for that, we wouldn't have all the properties that we have these days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the success of those movies, albeit a little more fantastical than the origin of Spider-Man, but I mean, I don't care. They brought him into No Way Home. They made him canon. They made him, and it brought it all together with that film. It was just the ultimate fan just
fan service for sure.
Service, yes, that's what it was. It was the greatest fan service ever. It was like, everybody lost their minds. That was a movie for the fans. It wasn't for the Marvel. Those were kids that grew up with Toby and Andrew and then Tom all together. That was millennial. That was a millennial ass film.
I mean, so was Deadpool Wolverine too, so it works. So
yes,
I was gonna say that movie was made for those that've been there since day one.
Yep, those are the day oneers.
Yeah,
this is a little off topic, but I had film history in high school. The first movie that we watched, I don't know why, it was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I don't know if it was a fan favorite of the teacher, but that was the film that we watched first. Most fun class I ever had. Just watching movies. I mean, I got graded on watching fucking Jurassic Park, man. It was awesome.
What's lit?
Oh, that's cool.
Day one. Yeah. Spider-Man 2002.
So in case anyone doesn't know exactly about what's going on in this comic, I got a little synopsis for y'all.
Really?
Look out, New York. Previously dormant Godzilla has been angrily awoken and begun carving a path of annihilation as Earth's mightiest heroes band together to try and stop the cataclysmic rampage. I hope I said that right. But when their combined efforts fail to show the bringer of destruction, Earth's heroes are forced to do extraordinary lengths to try and bring Godzilla down, including joining forces with Earth's most devious villains. But will this be enough to stop Godzilla as he tears straight through the Marvel Universe into the dark dimension and other realms? Plus,
What dimension?
how is the king of the monsters connected to the mysterious metal vibranium? And what does this mean for Wakanda? In the face of an unstoppable force of nature, the Marvel universe must come together like never seen before in the earth-shattering fight for Earth's survival. It's all hands on deck in the first of 5 electrifying chapters of this epic saga.
Interesting. Wow, Wakanda. We haven't really seen anything as far as covers go with Black Panther. Good Lord, that was a huge thunder. Sorry, that just God just knocked on our back door. Yeah, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by nature. Yeah, there's been no Wakanda, or we haven't seen any Black Panther or anything in any of these covers, as far as I can tell, unless he was just hidden in the background. But yeah, what does Godzilla and vibranium have to do with anything? Interesting.
Maybe
Guess
he's
we're gonna find out. I mean, we did see. Maybe.
Well, is that the last cover? Is that the last comic cover?
Yes, it is.
Well, speaking from my perspective, I don't collect comics, but I think the most gnarly of them all, if I'm going to rank, is going to be the Venom one. That is the one that stands out for me the most, at least.
No, I have to agree.
Same.
This one's my favorite, but the best looking one is definitely the Venom one. All right, so moving on to our next bit of news.
Moving on.
Up.
Well,
Gamera 2 Attack of Legion is going to Battle Line. So if anyone has haven't played Battle Line before, Battle Line is a Godzilla game that's for mobile devices only, I believe, that has a whole wide range of Godzilla characters in there. And Gamera Rebirth came last month or 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, dude, it was Gamera Rebirth came out. I think
it was. I forgot.
The year the anime came out.
Did it really?
Oh,
I thought they just announced
what
it.
You're thinking about is Gamera and Gauss, the original Showa Gamera and Gauss.
Maybe
that came out a few months ago. Yeah.
So wait, didn't they advertise that during the Godzilla show last year? Because remember, what's her face was playing the game live, and they introduced like, hey, Gamera Gauss, and we were like, oh,
oh, you're right. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I think I'm the only one between us three that plays freaking Battle Line. So this is the third, I guess, our third piece of Gamera memorabilia that we're going to be getting in Godzilla Battle Line. Now, what does this mean? What are the ideas? What are the near future ideas and concepts we could get with, collaborating both IPs in Godzilla and Gamera? I don't know. Shoot, I don't even know if this is probably the only thing we're ever going to get close to being Godzilla versus Gamera. And if that's the case, I'm going to be completely honest. I am completely fine with it. Only because, I like, truth be told, we all know this, between every main IP kaiju that we have, Gamera is always the one swept underneath the rug for no reason, and it's complete and utter BS. So to see it get the love that we know it deserves, this is truly amazing, and it's truly exciting. And I mean, I think we can all agree this is our favorite Gamera movie, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe. Oh, hey, Legion, what do you think? Only giant figure that I have in my collection is Gamera. Yeah, I think.
I know that's one of your favorite movies, and you already made that loud and clear. Saying, I just wanted to double check if that also applied to Adrian. It's one of my favorite movies. So it doesn't make it any better that the movie that they decided to throw in there to commemorate 60 years of Gamera is none other than Gamera 2 Attack of Legion. So this is
Gamera.
So yeah, Legion basically, of course, both her and Gamera, they're going to be battle pieces. The only difference between the two is that Gamera is not only a monster that you could summon on the field, but he can also be a leader. Whereas for Legion, she would only just be a monster that you could summon. They, of course, coming across all of this information from their official Twitter account. They showcase a bunch of their abilities and stuff like that. And it's, literally eye to eye, bar to bar, word for word from what we've seen in the movie that will all be applied in this mobile game. And I cannot wait. This new season will debut on the 30th. So
Okay.
it's right around the corner, and I
5
just
days.
to bust everybody's ass with 96 Gamma.
Hey, I'm noticing just now when you switch to this photo, yeah, I can see the soldier down there next to her.
Yep,
He's a little hidden. I don't know. It's a little hidden, but there it is.
Mhm.
Yep. So I think
There's a little bugger.
I have to go back and look at the video package that they had showcasing their abilities. By the time these were uploaded, we didn't get a video package until earlier today. And this was posted the day before. So I think it did showcase whenever you had thrown Mother Legion in the field that she would also be able to summon the Legion soldiers. I have to double check that, but that's just me assuming also because the soldier is right there next to her.
Oh, so Nathaniel's taken off. Got to go watch beautiful women wrestle each other, but we are still
right,
sexy.
Nathaniel.
Have a
good night,
good one.
Nathaniel.
Enjoy. We'll
Have
fun,
still brother.
We'll still stay sexy. Still stay sexy. That's hard to say. We'll still stay sexy over here too.
Oh man, haven't watched AEW in a long time, and I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm good with AEW. But hey,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, because Samson is not a fan of AEW. He made it loud and clear from the moment the show came out. But yeah, and of course, we got some beautiful promotional artwork.
Oh, gnarly!
Commemorating this once in a blue moon collaboration. This also opens the idea of how many more Gamera movies we're going to get crossing over with this, or more iconic Gamera kaiju to collaborate with this. So yeah, this is I still just speechless. I can't believe that we're actually going to get this.
You know what I'm disappointed about, and hopefully I'm hoping it still happens one day. For Gamera to pop up in Giga Bash.
Ooh, man.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Kind of my fault, but not at the same time, because I wanted confirmation and I wanted better understanding. But Giga Bash did just recently posted something on all their socials teasing a new season of DLC characters.
Okay.
Now, there's only one character that everybody has been harassing them to add into Giga Bash, and that is this beloved, cute, freaking turtle. And I mean, you guys
Donatello.
No, stop it. Stop it. You guys know from, Samson, this goes for both of you guys. I don't know when was the last time you guys played Giga Bash, but one thing
with you
that, wow. Yeah. Okay, so damn. But one thing that Giga Bash is really good with doing is listening to their fans. Hence the reason why from that point on, we've gotten a plethora of other DLC characters from not only just Godzilla property, but also from Ultraman, a few other original kaiju that are now currently accessible to the game. So I mean, in my opinion, one of the other things that makes Giga Bash so successful is them sharing different IPs such as Godzilla and Ultraman. And if you're gonna have a giant monster game that's strictly around the aura that is Japanese tokusatsu, giant monster-esque type of feel, you got to throw Gamera in there. And let's just see if that is going to be the case. nonetheless, even if that's not it, I don't see them not being able to throw Gamera in there in Gigabash. Since it is its 60th anniversary, that just gives me more reasons to think that that could possibly be the new DLC. But only time will tell. I will say that.
Yeah, I would legit start playing Giga Bash again if they put Gamma in there. Like legit.
We could.
Yeah, we need to cuss each other out. We need to cuss each other out playing with these doofy little monsters again.
Yeah, dude. So, are you aware of the new DLCs that they added from the last time we played?
No.
Oh my god! So they added Ultraman. They extended the Godzilla pack with Ghidorah and King Ghidorah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I knew about.
Oh yeah,
that.
I remember we were playing in that specific DLC, and yeah, with Ultraman because I was freaking bodying you guys with the Ultraman character.
I was running around as concrete, just chomping up the city as a fucking building.
They also announced Ultraman and Emmy from Ultraman Rising. They announced two original kaiju from their game that were inspired by the Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Goldar. Which the Goldar inspired monster looks freaking insane, and it plays like it's insane. So now currently, they're doing another DLC. They did announce a free character that you could get right now, which is one of the mechs that are in the stage. I forgot the name of the kaiju is supposed to be the counterpart to, but it was one of the aliens that you could play in the game. It's a free character you could get right now if you wanted to. But yeah,
I'm gonna pop the Xbox on and see if there's any news. Like if I go into the Gigabash database,
you'll see. But yeah, nonetheless, back to topic here. This is again great, exciting news. I mean, it says right there, 5/30. Yep. So May 30th is when this is going to be coming out.
Hello.
What's going on, brother? I love that profile pic. Love it. And if you that, I love it even more.
And JC said that he wants Pacific Rim characters added in it. Specifically the kaiju for sure.
Oh,
I think
most definitely. I'm not gonna lie. Even if they throw in the mechs, of course you gotta throw in the only Jaeger that matters, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, between that and the kaiju, that would also be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it says 60 years of Gamera, so I just got my fingers crossed and hoping that they do drop a Gamera DLC, and if not just one, but two, just like they did with both Godzilla and Ultraman.
Oh wow, there are a lot of add-ons for this game. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see the Ultraman Rising Mighty DLC. That's funny. And then the Ultraman one. Yeah. Gamera doesn't really get a lot of love in the kaiju universe. Not as much as he should.
Yeah.
I guess.
But we're moving away for gaming. We'll actually get into our figure news now, which I know Jordan specifically is probably excited about the news that we got. We got some Ichiban Kuji Digimon figures coming out. Obviously, Jordan, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this. I know you know all these that have come out, starting with these two first.
Okay. So, fun fact, I'm actually a big Pokemon fan. I don't really know nothing about Digimon, so
sure.
So, of course, this is none other than the iconic Omnimon or Omegamon, whatever one you guys prefer calling him as. And right next to him is the villainous internet virus that threatened everybody in all of existence by trying to nuke Japan and all the world in Diaboromon, or dubbed in Japan Diablomon. So we all know Ichiban Kuji from the Godzilla community. They have been blowing up. I mean, just recently we showed off our Ichiban Kuji Ultraman lottery figures and stuff like that, specifically showing off the little 2 Gamora figures that came in that specific lineup. So alongside with these 2, because these are not going to be the only figures that you would also be able to obtain in the Ichiban Kuji Digimon lineup.
Oh, absolutely not.
You would
No.
also, yes, dude, you would also be given a chance to win both of these adorable Agumon and Gabumon figures. This is their second reintroduction into the Ichiban Kuji line. The first ones not only showcased the both of them that were, purchased in one specific set, but you were also able to acquire War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Now, Joe owns those figures. Unfortunately for me, I missed out on it, and I'm still on the lookout for them. But don't, Samson, you gotta look at those figures: the Ichiban Kuji, Agumon, Gabumon, War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, whatever. Just type in Ichiban Kuji Digimon, you would see how obscured and just edgy those figures look like. So
I'm waiting for my little buggy bastard to
hey,
come
listen,
out.
dude, listen, stop, hold on, listen, wait a minute, let me put some cushion in it, because that would only be later on down the road, and that would be freaking insane if they did a Tentamon and a Kabuterimon, because that would be like, oh, I didn't want to think about it because I'll go freaking batshit crazy. But these are not only the figures that you also be acquiring, you would also be getting. Okay, yep, this is another clearer version, or not clearer version, a clearer image of Omnimon from head to toe. As you can see, it's extremely detailed and very jagged, very I don't want to say morbid. It's a little bit more defined and more detailed. Not one that would be, I guess, try to be compared to the anime, but still, nonetheless, it's great.
Sinister.
Yes, yes. It's a little bit more sinister, a little bit more mature, and truth be told, I think this is what also makes this Digimon line with Ichiban Kuji so unique and so keen eye for those in the Digimon community to want to be able to access into their collection. This right here. This is Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. Now, this is why I've been trying to tell you, Samson, you got to keep on watching.
I know, I dropped off. I was so invested, and I got distracted.
This is not even season 1.
I figure I know who this is. I mean, I can tell.
Okay.
An evolution of, but
yeah. So, and crazy thing is, this was even brought to anybody's attention in the anime. This was actually in a movie.
Okay.
The movie is actually a sequel to the Dioboramon movie where they went into the internet. So this is I don't want to say it's a fan favorite of mine, but it's definitely one that a lot of fans tend to want to be able to acquire, because it's a one, almost in a sense, it's a once in a lifetime one and done deal Digimon. Imperial Dramon nonetheless is badass. He's part of one of the Royal Knight Digimons. So again, the sculpt is unique. It's amazing. I love the sword that appears right there in front of him. This is what I'm gonna be aiming for the most amongst everything else, because every other character that's a part of this line, I have a good chunk of representations for them, but this one I always tend to miss out on, and now is the time for me to not miss out.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm trying to get my light back. Ugh.
And then, of course, right here, Diablomon or Diablomon. This just looks insane. And this is what reminded me of what Samson mentioned about Tentamon being added into the Ichiban Kuji line. I mean, just look at this, the ferocity of this. And I can't see Ichiban Kuji not wanting to tackle other iconic Digimons and stuff like that. And Tentamon is one of them. To see with Kabuterimon, or maybe even Mega Kabuterimon, or what's dubbed in Japan Ultra Kabuterimon, that would be insane to even be able to acquire. And I tell you one thing, if that was a part of a whole nother like series, those would be the figures that everybody would be trying to gun for, because of just how I could only imagine how obscure they would look. So this is pretty cool. Nonetheless, I mean, I know I said that I'm probably going to try to get the Imperial Dramon more than anything else, and that would be like my main mission. But listen, it's going to be a wrap, because the second these pull up to my front doorstep, I already know I am. But the second I open it, the second that whiff of fresh vinyl, shout out to Rich Eso, starts to hinder across the house, you're gonna look at it and go, "Wow, this is cool." I'm gonna add this into my office, and I'm gonna tell her no, you can't do it. I'm like, no, you can't do that. But yeah,
man. For all the huge Digimon fans out there, this is really gnarly. I mean, these things they're standoutish for sure. The way that the sharp, jagged, ferocious, sinister, as I stated, looks it's interesting. It's a unique stylized look at the versions that came from the anime and the movies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
This thing definitely, if this was the fucker that was in the movie, yeah, I would be scared too.
I will say, if you typed in Digimon trading cards, like the original Digimon trading cards, all of that specific illustration was what was originally drawn out way before the anime even came out. So if you see the illustrations to what Digimons would look like back then, you'd be like, whoa, okay, now I see where, I could see kind of certain similarities regarding why sinister and why, jagged these designs look like, because the art for them, the original artwork, is just as insane. There are a few that kind of resemble a lot of what we would then see in the anime. But yeah, listen, you guys know, love Digimon, and it was exciting news. I remember in the Digimon community, there were a bunch of leaked pictures, but they were extremely blurred out. So there was really no confirmation yet, other than just teasers, but no final products, no links, nothing. So once we had the confirmation, and more so, because there's a bunch of other items, if you guys are familiar with the Ichiban Kuji line, besides just the figures, there are a bunch of other knickknacks that they throw in there to add on specific prizes and stuff like that. And they do have that for these, ranging from, oh my goodness, from the top of my head, I can't even recall. But posters, you guys can only imagine, basing off of what we already know with Ichiban Kuji. Or if not, you guys can look it up. But yeah, so these are pretty cool, and I cannot wait to add it to the collection.
Nice. You're going for them.
Yeah, I'm literally, as Eric would say, it is the thrill of the hunt.
Oh, we got a new person. I was about to pull that up. Yeah, it was taking me a second. I think we were fighting to get that comment up there. What's up? Welcome in.
Ray 2D2.
Ray 2G2. Oh, yeah. I guess you're part of the Rebel Scum Alliance. Nice.
I know that was Star Wars reference.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, you fucking hater.
It could have
been. We know you. We know. Actually, you know what? Let's put me right here. Me and Adrian need to be buddies. I'm gonna...
Man, love the Digimon movie. Hey, Nerdy Nimbus, you had to be there with us when Samson sat down and watched.
Was it a movie though? Was it really a movie, or was it just three
episodes mashed into one and made an attempt to make it sound like one story?
I know when Eric watched that with us, he was like, I remember his reaction at the end was, "What the hell was that?" It wasn't so much like, "Oh, that was cool." It's like, that was not a movie. That was fucking 3 episodes in one. Still good stuff.
You're talking about Terriermon or Garglemon. That's the actual name of that Digimon. But listen, we told you guys.
On what?
Gargamon. That's you know from the last portion of the movie. I've told you it was 3 episodes mashed into one.
Oh, I know. I was just ripping and tearing.
But yeah, like it's crazy. The Japanese movies, of course, because I mentioned this also, there were so many scenes cut off to fit the American version. That's
yeah.
unfortunate, but nonetheless, I mean, we ended up getting what we got, So yeah.
Well, gnarly. Well, what other figures do we have lined up? We've been on this topic for like 20 minutes.
It's peak.
Now, the next set of figure news is, of course, going back to Godzilla with banpresto with a pretty cool-looking -1 Godzilla.
Whoa!
As you see, there's a frontal image of it. Of course, I know banpresto been putting out Godzilla stuff for a little while now, and now they've definitely jumped on the -1 bandwagon, which has it's not
thing.
full body, but it does have a nice little base. Honestly, this looks pretty wicked, actually. I got quite a few thanks to Jordan, I got quite a few pictures of it. And this is just a crane game, so you're definitely gonna have to hunt on Bai to see if you can find this bad boy. But yeah, this thing nice.
Damn,
nice.
That's a crane. You better not drop that thing too hard, or then dorsal plates are gonna fucking just break off. Man, are you kidding me?
Oh, absolutely.
But that's awesome. I love the base. We don't get enough like water-based kind of stuff. X Plus did it with the Ebira 30-centimeter figure where you can take the legs off and it has the water base. We don't have enough water-based. I mean, there aren't a lot of water-based kaiju, but I mean, this kind of stuff is just, this is gnarly. I love it. Dynamic. It stands out. It would look great in the collection. I love this.
I was just going to say it stands out. So I did come across pictures on Twitter of the actual figure, and they say they should do one like this, but where he's actually swimming through the
Yes.
Yeah, like what he just followed up with the boat.
Hey, Nerdy Nimbus, you need to reach out to banpresto and harass them.
I agree.
I'll give you their number. Just email us.
Ooh, Ray 2D2 makes a good point.
So back to what I was saying. So I did see physical images of what the actual figure looks like. It looks a bit rough. I mean, granted, these are prototype images and stuff like that to, basically get the product out there. But I mean, I can't see anybody just, not wanting to pick this up and just pass on it, because this is a unique piece. I mean, regardless, if I ever come across this, it wouldn't surprise me if I even come across this next weekend at Kaiju Brooklyn. I would definitely get it. I might, throw some work in there, probably paint over and make it look the way how it should. But nonetheless, it's a very unique piece. It's in a dynamic pose, as you said, Samson. It's different. It's unique. So yeah, anybody that is looking forward to get this and have came across physical in-hand photos of what the figure looks like, but you don't care, you still want to get it, check out on Bai. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was on Bai yesterday and I've seen these already up on Bai. So
what scale is this thing?
It's small, like it's like a table topper. You can even if you're working like an office space, this is definitely something you could throw in your office. Nonetheless, it's still cool. It's still cool, like you said. It's very unique, different. We don't see a lot of stuff like this. So, and for it to be -1, hell, I don't care. It's still cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Very nice.
And then
What's next? It's
more
Funko
Godzilla figures. Funko has been going absolutely insane with the Godzilla line lately, and my God! Of course, we got. Of course, I'm going to show you these two bad boys back to back. One of Godzilla, listed obviously 1954 with this highlighted pink color scheme with a little bit of orange and yellow in there. I think that looks very wicked. I'm not a fan of the color, but for people who are a fan of color like this does look pretty freaking awesome. Honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and
It's
I'm not gonna
Barney.
lie. Pretty much, but Space Godzilla, good God,
That is evil looking. Damn.
Oh God, I have to find Space Godzilla. I absolutely have to find Space Godzilla.
Oscar, yeah.
Jordan has the look in his eye too. He also has to find Space Godzilla. Am I right, Jordan? Am I right?
He took the glasses off for this one.
He did.
Had this because this is a Funko exclusive. I had this in my cart.
It's gone.
Pros of working at a hospital is you get paid big bucks. The cons of working at a hospital is that the unexpected is to be expected.
Yep.
I had this in the cart. Something happened. I had to put my phone down and attend to whatever was needed.
Oh,
Came back.
Gone.
Sold out that fast?
It disappeared. Vanished.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find these in the aftermarket, Jordan.
Out.
Shit.
I'm pissed. I'm really
Minutes.
pissed. I am pissed. But I mean, it's I guess again using Eric's words, the thrill of the hunt goes on because this is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish that these were the color schemes given to Space Godzilla originally.
Honestly, I wouldn't
Like
hate it.
movie?
Hell, really, they can use if we get Space Godzilla in the MonsterVerse, they should use this.
Hey, and what are the odds that this came out after the teaser of Supernova? They know what they're doing. They're trying to get the current new gens regarding what Space Godzilla is by dropping it. They're going to drop a crap load of Space Godzilla figures, and they were a year too damn late because their anniversary was last year.
It was last year.
But they're doing it for reasons because they know they need to put the current generation's eyes onto knowing what Space Godzilla is. This figure is going to want to get kids to know what Space Godzilla is.
And what's funny is actually, I mean, you might have seen him in the groups before. Felipe Sanchez, he actually lives down here in San Antonio. I went to his house yesterday, and ironically, I was like, "Fuck it, let's watch Godzilla versus Space Godzilla," because he's getting the XM Studios Godzilla and Space Godzilla. So he had me excited. I was like, you know what? Let's watch Space Godzilla. That'll be awesome.
I love that movie, dude.
I do too. I don't know why I still don't understand why I get so much hate. I really don't. I don't get it. John McCoy.
John. Yes, there will be. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many Godzilla things I'm gonna be selling at Kaiju Brooklyn. So if you're gonna be there, by all means, brother, come see me at my table. You'll see it. I have actually made my own banner, the Realist Goji fan banner. I'm gonna be right next to the Art of Chev and Jeff Zorno. So I'll be right in between the both of them. So and fun fact, Jeff Zorno, he's one of my personal favorite artists alongside with the Art of Chev. So, and this would be the first time me meeting the Art of Chev. So I can't wait to chop it up with him. But yeah, I'll be there, my friend. So I hope to see you there. And if not, I'm gonna harass you. I'm just kidding, buddy.
No, harass him if you don't harass him. And then Goji guy said that he does have a question for us. So yeah, definitely go on, pop in the chat, and then we'll get to it as soon as we're done talking about this next lovely piece that we have coming up,
which is
Destroyer. On time for the anniversary, and I'm not gonna lie, Destroyer looks pretty damn good too. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Like this,
big.
I don't know. There's something about the colors pop. This thing looks awesome. Jordan, did you try and get this too and missed out on it? Is that why you got that look in your eye? Yep.
Well, according to chat, it's everybody's replying saying that the Space Godzilla is not actually live yet.
It was out of every Funko Godzilla that was announced in this specific wave alongside the retro color Godzilla 99 and the Kiryu. That was the first one that sold out, was Space Godzilla. And the second one was freaking Destroyer. Oh my goodness, I'm so mad I missed out on both of them, dude. I'm so mad.
Oh man, people need to stop being assholes in the hospital, I guess.
Yeah, like that's like that's why I mentioned earlier. I'm like, y'all knock yourselves out. Go ahead, I don't care. I got better things to attend to.
They're in a hospital. It's fine. They're in a hospital. They can get treated.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? I mean, seriously. Is it really?
Oh.
What happened to
Simpson?
The Waterbury Hospital took him down. Oh no!
He got cancer.
God. Wow, that is peak MWA right there, everybody. Oh man, but yeah, nonetheless, this is awesome. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big one.
I'm not looking forward
DJ
to
Seagulls
prices.
Yeah, oh my god, dude. I don't even want to imagine what the aftermarket prices are going to be like for this. DJ C goes, Samson just got Thanos snapped. Dude, for real. For real.
Oh my god. I'm sure he'll be back in a second.
Yeah,
but,
just give him some time. He'll be back.
But in the meantime, I guess we can answer Goji Guy's question real quick.
All right.
So he said, all right, so I'm the third largest Godzilla YouTube channel, but most of my fans are below the age of 18. And I was wondering, have any of you being older fans than myself ever heard of me or Goji Center? Goji Guy, I might have met you at G-Fest last year. I think I have your card, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I have to double check, but I believe I have your card. But I'll let Jordan. What about you? Have you heard of him before?
Of course, man. Listen, I don't think I've ever met you. So I mean, shoot, if you're gonna be at Kaiju Brooklyn, that would be the first time we're gonna meet. But of course, man. I think I am subscribed to your channel.
I might be too, actually. I need to double check.
It's been, dude, like, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube, I have not been really like keeping an eye on. If it doesn't have anything to do with MWA, like that's the one thing I've really been like keen eye on. And for those that know, like both me and Adrian, we have YouTube channels. Though Adrian's a lot more active on his channel than I am on mine. Shoot. In next month, it would be literally an entire year since I've uploaded anything on my YouTube channel. The last one was last year's G-Fest vlog, but yeah, Goji Guy, Goji Center. Yes, I am well aware. I am subscribed to both channels. I have to double check if I am subscribed to you, Goji Guy, but I know Goji Center I am subscribed to. But yeah.
Well, Goji Guy, we'll see you at G-Fest this year for sure.
Oh yeah, brother. Listen, I will be there.
Definitely pull up. You'll recognize. Don't worry, you'll recognize us.
Yep.
We'll be running around all over the Gosling Hotel probably that weekend.
And if you see me alone, trust me, I'm not alone. Adrian would just be getting out the bathroom. I'm telling you, dude. Wherever Adrian is, I'm there. Wherever I am, Adrian's there right next to me. So we're gonna be together.
Yep. Yes. Together forever.
So do we want to give the update regarding Samson?
Yes, we can. While we have the actual image of the destroyer, Samson lost power actually. So he kind of got Thanos snapped. Just not exactly the way DJ C said he got Thanos snapped. His power just got Thanos snapped. So hopefully he'll be back soon. He says that they're having thunderstorms out there.
Ooh, those are no good. Those are no good.
No, it's not at all. It's all good. I just find it so cool how there are so many generations of Godzilla fans, each of the gen of Godzilla YouTubers to watch, from figures versus builders versus animators. Oh, absolutely. And honestly, I can probably speak for Jordan when I say this too. That's probably the greatest thing about our community. We do have such a wide range of different fans in our community that really makes it great. We have, of course, the pioneers who did see Godzilla when it first came out. The kind of the middle of the pack, us, we grew up in the millennial era with the 90s and 2000 movies, and then we have all the MonsterVerse fans are coming up now. So we definitely have a wider range of Godzilla fans and different types of fans in all of us. So it's definitely great that we have so much variety in our community for sure.
Yeah, dude. It's we said this so many times in MWA. It is a good time to be a Godzilla fan. And content creators like that is why it's so good to be a Godzilla fan right now.
Absolutely.
Hey, I will be there, brother. Listen, come by, bother me, harass me, and hope you have fun, buddy.
All right, so then, of course, again, still talking about Destroyer. Actually, this is this anniversary. Bandai has released the second or third form of Destroyer, and damn, just damn. Now I know I've never seen Bandai release this form of Destroyer, and to me, this is freaking amazing. Yes, they had to wait till the anniversary to do it, but whatever. But we don't have any version of this version of Destroyer. Lord knows I still have my Bandai Godzilla Jr. for a reason, and this is why, because I will be getting this, even though I don't collect Bandai like this. I'll be buying this for my junior because you have to. You absolutely have to. Jordan, what do you think?
So I don't own aggregate Destroyer. Or no, I lied. The only aggregate that I have was from the Destruction Pack from Bandai Creations. That's the only representation I have of that. But this is going to be the one that I'm probably going to have to freaking reel into the collection because this is freaking insane. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably also try to get the original Bandai Destroyer. But this is cool. Like Bandai alone has been on a binge with just wanting to reintroduce and resculpt a lot of the older figures that came out back then, even during like the 50-year anniversary mark for Godzilla, where they are hard to come across, they're extremely expensive, and it gives these new fans, even fans like us that are still in the hunt for those specific figures, the chance to finally be able to acquire them in a much more up-to-date version. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot of negative feedback regarding this, trying to compare it to the original, and I get it. There's nothing that will ever beat the original, but damn it, I'm gonna give Bandai their well-earned salute because there's no way that they did not, in my opinion, they did not need to do something like this. I mean, with the other plethora of Destroyer figures that we do have out, they did not need to do this. And this would only lead me to speculate, maybe later on down the road, because this is the 30th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Destroyer, we'll be getting a flying Destroyer from Bandai.
That'd be awesome. And then actually, Rich did correct me. He did say there's an 8-inch version of that. I was not aware of that. Thank you, Rich. So it's definitely an 8-inch version of it, which I probably can't find to save my life nowadays.
Yeah, because this is going to cost more than the Destroyer that was just announced a little before this one, the more up-to-date Destroyer, which I like. When I saw the price range, I was like, this is going to be bigger, and I guess it is. So I guess it gives me more reasons to want to be able to acquire this because it's awesome. It's really cool.
It is. And of course, Leslie's saying they can't beat the FSL one, but we don't want to have that conversation. Leslie, that thing's a completely different freaking beast. Like, no, we're not gonna have that conversation because I still need to go to North Carolina and go check that out, honestly, because I need to see that in person. But
yeah, and when we do, just know it might go missing, and don't come looking for us. Our fault.
I mean, if we go with Eric or Joe, I mean, we know one of them we'll know.
Yeah, because they got sticky fingers, dude.
Joe has sticky fingers. Joe will walk out with it.
Yeah. Love you, Leslie.
Love you, Leslie. And of course, the big news that finally freaking dropped. At least for me, and for Leslie too. This movie gets way too much hate. I feel like we have an underrepresentation of this movie, and the fact that this is coming out is freaking amazing. And of course, we have Ichiban line again. Ichiban Kuji coming up with 91 King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. Oh my god! And if y'all been collecting the Ichiban Kuji figures lately in the Godzilla line, they've done nothing but get better and better and better. Because my lord, the Godzilla Evolved is perfect. The Godzilla -1 is perfect. The 54 is pretty perfect. Of course, if y'all don't know already, I'll go and remind y'all, these are pretty much sculpted by Yuji Sakai himself. So all these are pretty much flawless. Without not talking about any of the earlier versions, those are a little rough with the paint apps and stuff. But lately, we've been getting nothing but amazing looking figures, and these two do not disappoint. While I'm showing some of the pictures, Jordan, what are your thoughts on this announcement we got the other day?
For those in the chat, y'all ready for this?
Oh God. Oh God.
I hate the 91 King Ghidorah.
Of course you do, because you have no taste. Because you like the nasty, ugly ass chicken feet Ghidorah.
No, listen. Nonetheless, dude, this looks freaking insane. This looks badass. I think this is supposed to be in scale with Godzilla. I don't recall. I didn't look too deep into it. I think it is. But nonetheless, I oh my goodness, dude, look at the scales. Just look at that.
Oh, God.
And I kind of like how, I mean, granted, if you're gonna have a King Ghidorah piece, it can't be where just the heads just look like they're all looking right there at you straight ahead, like Jordan is public enemy number one.
Dude.
So I do like how every head is shot differently. One is slightly tilted, the other one's further out, extended with its mouth open. The other one's a little tilted back with its mouth closed. Like I like that. All right. Another thing that we always tend to see, especially when it comes down to like X Plus or other collectible items, where it's just like almost like a statuesque type of figurine, is that there is just no expression to them. All you get is literally just a standing, piece of artwork, but it's just like, but it could be better. This is that. Alongside with the Mecha King Ghidorah. I mean, and listen, if I didn't like the 91 King Ghidorah, you guys don't even want to know my opinion on Mecha King Ghidorah. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But I'm definitely gonna cop these alongside with both of the Godzillas, because I would definitely like to put both of them displayed next to each other with different versions of Godzilla, whether if it's just him just standing roaring upright, or him standing up roaring upright with the atomic breath blue dorsal plates, because that's look at that, dude.
Oh God.
Hate Mecha King Ghidorah, but this looks freaking badass.
It does. Oh my God. Just pause it right there for a second, because my lord.
Yeah,
and y'all know how X Plus teased us with fucking Mecha King Ghidorah all those years ago, and the X Plus just said, "Hey, you know what? F off. We're not releasing this damn thing. If you know, you know." if you know, you know.
And
And
the
oh my
funny thing
goodness.
about that, again, I hate Mecha King Ghidorah, but what they did, X Plus, was a dick move.
Yeah.
Very dickish.
I still haven't forgiven for that. Like I'm not even being funny. Like that should piss me off. That should legit piss me off.
Oh man,
'Cause
I can't wait for these to come out.
neither can I, because my goodness. Oh god, oh god. The details is just
I mean, you got this, you got Godzilla to go with them, two different Godzillas, as I mentioned earlier, a standard one and a blue dorsal plate version one. You got the door rats to come with a Godzillasaurus. Like,
and you know that guy's little source already. You already know I
oh,
pre-ordered that.
dude, out of everything that's in this bundle, everybody's gonna be trying to. Everybody's gonna try to gun for those freaking Godzilla sources, especially if they come with the
Mm-hmm.
or especially since they're gonna
Absolutely
be
they
coming
are.
out with rats. So, wow, it's awesome.
And just like you said, Joe, you hate this Ghidorah. I love this Ghidorah because 91 Ghidorah was actually the first Ghidorah I think I think 91 was the first one I saw. I didn't see Invasion of the Astro Monster. I didn't see Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. I didn't see I saw this Ghidorah. This is my very first King Ghidorah. So this King Ghidorah is what sticks in my memory when I think of King Ghidorah. So
That's
this thing is
crazy.
it is.
Well,
91
I
Ghidorah
feel
gorgeous to me.
blessed to know what my first Godzilla movie was that I was ever introduced to.
Mhm.
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster.
Mm.
Right out the womb, I saw. You know what?
Colin asked, "What's that?"
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Samson brought up 72. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say something controversial. 72 over 91.
Wow.
The
I
blasphemy.
said it. And you know what? I'm going to live that up until I'm buried 11 feet beneath each and every single one of your guys' feet. 72 over 91.
Who hurt you? Jesus. Yeah, Samson's absolutely right. The silence is loud. It's so loud. I'm glad you know, Samson. I'm glad you know.
I wish you were here, man. Oh man, I'm so mad the power went out. Colin asks, what is it, like a 25 centimeter figure?
No, these are the Ichiban Kuji line are a little bit smaller boys. I think they're 20-ish.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. Let me go grab one of mine so you can get an idea of how big they are. BRB.
Yep. And while Adrian's doing that, I know he's gonna show off something Godzilla related, but I might as well just show off one of, or actually, I'll grab two of them. The Ichiban Kuji 54 alongside Gamora. So Gamora is way bigger than Godzilla. So it wouldn't surprise me with King Ghidorah that they may up the antique by making it a little bit bigger to at least look good in comparison next to Godzilla. But nonetheless, I mean it doesn't mean that what Adrian probably said wasn't true, because he probably was true. He probably was telling the truth. So yeah. Oscar, he is a big chungus. Rich, I got one better. Why is Gamora? What was the question that Goji guy wanted to ask us all? I missed it. Sam.
Go read the comments.
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
read the
say, dude,
comments.
go in the comments, dude. Basically,
Okay,
he
I
just
guess I'll
wanted to know about if we were aware of who Goji guy was. He's one of I guess one of the original Godzilla YouTubers alongside yourself, Mr. Samzilla West. So yeah, go back and read the comments, brother.
Yes.
So what do you got to show off, Adrian, in comparison?
So here is the Ichiban Kuji -1 Godzilla. And then this is the 30 centimeter -1 Godzilla. To kind of give a quick comparison of the two. And so yeah, this is definitely probably about 20 centimeters, give or take. Ghidorah may be a little bit bigger, but unfortunately, it's not gonna scale with my Yuji Sakai at all. Unfortunately, that makes me very depressed. But it's okay. If I need to buy the Ichiban, I'll just buy the Ichiban and just have two of the same Godzillas, I guess.
And if that's the only up-to-date representation that we're probably going to get any, I can only imagine would maybe be a very long time of a Mecha King Ghidorah, then I'm okay with it. Fun fact, I don't own a single collectible of Mecha King Ghidorah.
Neither do I, which is very depressing to me.
Oh, see, I have my reasons. You, on the other hand.
Well, yeah, because you ain't got no taste.
No, because I do have taste, and I'm just not into garbage. But for you, that's a whole nother can of worms, dude.
Whatever.
Oh man, is that all that we have today, Adrian?
We have one more thing in the slide, but I did miss something from Super 7. And of course, since we're always repping Super 7 at www.super7.com/monster with attitude 2024, I figured I could also show this as well.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You might know what I'm talking about. That's very, very possible. Oh, hold on.
Does it light up in the dark?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so I don't.
See, now I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Oh wait. Oh, that too. Never mind. I see that as well. So I'll also go to that. I'll show that off too.
Is it what Oscar said? Or was it what I just said?
I don't know what Oscar's talking about either. I really don't know. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what Oscar's talking about though.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Haya Mecha King Ghidorah.
That's been announced.
Yeah, that's another source of garbage to not want to invest your money into. Sorry, not sorry.
God. Anyway, so Super 7 has actually released a plushie line of Godzilla figures. Of course, we have Godzilla, and we also have Mecha Godzilla. Now, I have a couple plushies, so I don't have a whole lot, but I know, especially for the wonderful women in our lives, a lot of them do like these plushie Godzilla figures. So I might get Sumian one. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if Michelle will like these, Jordan, or if anyone else in the chat, mom, woman in their lives, will love these. But I thought these were pretty cool, actually.
Screw Michelle. I'm going to add these to the collection. I am a sucker for plushie, dude. Like anything, it's so weird, dude. Like I saw like Oscar praising freaking articulated figures and still not seeing, whatever. But I'm going on a whole spiel about this. I am a sucker for like anything Chibi Godzilla related. For what reason, I do not know. I think what drew such an obsession over them was the the first teaser that we were getting very oftenly whenever we'd buy like the 50th anniversary Godzilla DVD sets, where they showed us the teaser of Godzilla Tokyo SOS, and the opener was Hamtaro with Godzilla. So that specific image alone was just like, because it says Godzilla and Hamtaro, the movie, and I'm like, what? And I grew up watching Hamtaro, so seeing that Godzilla illustration like that, I was just like, no way. So I think that's what kind of drew my attention to like chibi Godzillas. Well, Alex Samson, he was here. He was here. There is a storm down in Georgia, so bad that the power cut out. Eric is busy. Joe is extremely busy. But yeah, Alex, you had to be here to see Samson just get randomly cut off. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully he'll be able to fix this thing. Yeah, literally, the devil went down to Georgia. Literally, he went up to freaking Samson, goes, I rebuke you, and he literally freaking took the internet away from him. So hopefully Samson will be able to hop on back before we go offline, maybe to say goodbye and all that. But yeah, I'm definitely getting those plushies because those look adorable.
So screw Michelle, you'll get in the plushies for yourself.
Screw Michelle. Mine. It's all me, bro. I'm the Godzilla fan. I'm going to put her on to Godzilla.
Fair enough. Now, Larry did mention this, and I don't know how I missed this, but I got it now. The J-Tail glow in the dark. Now, of course, I know the J-Tail Godzilla is a pretty popular one for Morrison. God damn, I can't talk now. For Morrison. And of course, I know. Thank you, Jesus Christ, and of course the glow in the dark gimmick. Who doesn't love glow in the dark figures? I mean, Serena's cousins were here and they came and saw my collection, and the thing that they freaked out about the most was my glow in the dark 74 up there. So who doesn't love glow in the dark figures? Honestly, I do. I do have a J-Tail, and I'm not a huge fan of the J-Tail, but the fact that it glows in the dark. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to cop this one also. We'll have to see though. What about you, Jordan? What do you think of this one?
Hell yeah, dude. Listen, like I am a sucker for the reaction Godzilla series, and I'm even just as much of a fan I am of chibi Godzilla related things, or just anything chibi related to whatever it is that I am known for. I am a much more bigger simp for glow in the dark figurines. Anything that has anything to do with glow in the dark, I would freaking go above and beyond for. I can't even tell you how many glow in the dark collectibles I have in my collection, ranging from Godzilla to so many other things that I have. And this is definitely going to be one of them. I know there's one specific. I have a glow in the dark 65 Gigabrain that I've won a few years ago from watching Kaiju Live. And that is Michelle's most hated figure. The glow is so strong. That'd be the only thing to stand out in the middle of the night in my entire collection. My room could be pitch black, and the one thing you'd see is that freaking glow in the dark Gigabrain
74. Yep.
And like that was the figure that really put me on the glow in the dark binge. And of course, again, like I mentioned earlier, being a fan of the reaction series, I can't pass up on this. I have the original reaction Marusan Godzilla of this specific Godzilla, and I can't even tell you how many other duplicates, color waves of other previous Godzilla figures that I've gotten, including other Godzilla kaiju. The Hedorah line looks freaking insane in my collection because there have been a plethora of Hedorah reaction figures alongside Mechagodzilla and a bunch of other characters. If you guys are familiar with the reaction Super 7 Godzilla lines, you guys already know. So this is definitely going to be something I'm going to cop.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so we do have one more bit of news, but Alex brought up a point that I have been wanting to talk about, and I was like, am I going to talk about this today? And Alex is speaking into existence, so we're going to talk about it. We have in-hand photos of the Yuji Sakai 1995 Rebirth Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Destroyer, and I would say the in-hand photos are scary, at least from the ones that some people have posted. Gonzalo usually does a pretty good job when it comes to taking photos and stuff. So I kind of trust his over anybody else's I've seen so far. I still want to see this in person, but if you haven't seen these yet, here's the front profile of it, and then here's the side profile of it. What Alex actually brought up earlier was how crazy the eyes are looking, and someone else mentioned that they didn't love the jaw either. And as you see, this is a huge Yuji Sakai figure. Good God. That's big chungus.
Dude.
Jesus.
Oh.
But like I said, someone mentioned the jaw. The jaw, I thought something is off with the jaw. The eyes seem a little off too, especially for a Yuji Sakai figure. So I'm kind of scared to get mine, but I guess we'll see what happens. Joel, I'm not sure if you saw these earlier today or not, but what do you think of the way this figure looks in hand?
So I have seen in-hand pictures and even like snippet footages that people have made from Japan on Twitter regarding this Godzilla. I'm not gonna like the jaw. It doesn't bother me. The way how wide the mouth was open? Was that the issue that you guys were talking about regarding the jaw? Okay, so like that doesn't bother me. Oh man. Wait.
That's what we're looking
Now
for.
with
Show. Hold on,
that
let me get back to it.
comparison, now I got her. Oh. Now I'm kind of disappointed now. The eyes were a dead giveaway. That was the one thing that caught my eye. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident. Anybody in the chat, please confirm that the eyes was the first thing that caught your eye, and that's what bothered you the most about the figure. The one thing that I kind of gave some type of credit to was like the veiny outline it has around, like, you know, the eye. I did like that a lot, but my God, man, like, in my opinion, this is not something to screw up on. I just couldn't see no room for error. But then seeing something like, oh my God, bro. Oh man. I like I said earlier, what a time to be a Godzilla fan, I guess. I will give it this. I do really love the dynamic pose to this. And of course, we already know why it's it's such a piece that everybody wants to aim for because it's commemorating that scene at the end of Godzilla vs. Destroyer, where after Godzilla's passing, we will then get the resurrection of Godzilla through his son in Godzilla Jr. And we get a nice silhouette of what he will then turn out to be as the next Godzilla. And that's what that figure is. Rich, I'm not ignoring you. I read your comment, and dude, I was hollering when I saw that, and I was so lost and confused. But it's, oh man, dude. And I feel like lately that's all they've been doing is fumbling the bag with these Yuji Sakai sculpts pertaining to more so of the 95 Godzilla. I don't know why, but it's just like, it's, come on. There's no room and error of screwing something like this up. So I don't know, dude. Would I try to get it? Now I'm definitely in debates whether if I want to add this to the collection, especially seeing the comparison shots of the other two pieces, but both being Junior and Burning Godzilla. Oh man, it's
So I'll say this, Jordan. I already got my email from Army already.
oh, okay.
I'm paying it off this week, and like I said, I'm scared to get mine.
Oh,
Like I said,
man.
and there's been a few pictures that I've gone out and seen. It's like, why does this look off? Leslie's sitting here trying to defend X Plus, which granted it is gonna look great next to Megara and Space Godzilla. You're not wrong, but you can't tell me this. You can't tell me this. This looks like it did at Wonderfest, Leslie. Like you can't do that.
Oh wait, can we blow that picture up? Is there a way we could blow that picture up? Oh my god, bro!
Like everything else is fine, but it's the face. The face. I don't know what happened in production, but the face is what changed, and I don't get why.
Look at those eyes, dude. No, I really, you know what? I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to pass up on this, bro. Oh man, it's dude. I don't even want to keep on looking at that because I'm gonna get so upset. It was definitely a missed opportunity. I will say that there should have been no room for error in this, and this, yeah, so fortunate.
I know. I'm extremely disappointed. Like I said, I'm still gonna pay for it. I'm still gonna have it. I've always wanted that particular figure itself in the Yuji Sakai line. So I'm gonna. God, I just hope mine's. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know if it's a production issue. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just hope mine's just a little bit better. It's a little bit better. And I'm curious on why they did. And Rich mentioned it too with the eyes. They look like they used the Burning Godzilla the eyes. Why? For what? What was the purpose of? Well, no. Junior's eyes, I think, are red too, actually, like that. So that makes it does make sense. Now I'm thinking about it. But we do have to be careful because X Plus might block us, like Rich said.
I dare you guys to block us.
Oh God.
Give you that nice Macho Man elbow from the top. Maybe
Oscar,
one day
you say this. Yes, X Plus USA. But
I dare you to block us.
But Oscar says maybe one day they'll do a 2.0 rebirth Godzilla like the 89 Sakai. How though? What are you gonna do? You can't do a different pose for the rebirth. Like there's no point to do a 2.0 version of it. There's no point at all.
Yeah. I mean, I could see loopholes to go around it, but yeah, nah. Like this pose in particular is one that, like, I feel like you can't overshine it, and I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what's to come in the near future, I guess. I mean, listen, the year is still early. You know, we're still not. Oh my god, I'm lying. We're halfway down the freaking year, so yeah, we need to figure out what we're going to do with a rebirth. Holy crap! Hopefully, we get another adaptation somewhere down the line, maybe by somebody else, but who knows?
And then and that's why I said what I said, Leslie. Maybe it is just the overseas photos, and maybe they're just not taking great pictures of it. But we'll see. Kiss my ass, Eric. You're not taking nothing off my hands. Kiss my ass. And Leslie, we're not talking about the rebirth Godzilla. We're not doing that either. Stop it.
Oh, God.
Stop it. Stop it. Goodness. But before I go over the last bit of news, were there any more figure news that anybody wanted to talk about in the chat, or Jordan, did I miss anything that we could probably go over?
Nothing that I can recall. I don't even know what the last piece of news you got. So now I'm really curious.
Well, I guess we have to figure out.
Oh. Kenny.
So we have another Gamma actor coming to G-Fest this year. Yoshira. Oh, I'm about to murder this man's last name.
Uchida.
Uchida.
Yeah.
Ochida. Yes, that sounds a lot better. And he plays the kid in the original Gamma movie, and he'll be gracing our presence with him coming to G-Fest this year. I don't have anything that's signed by any Gamma actors, so I'm actually pretty excited to actually meet him at G-Fest.
Okay.
What about you, Jordan? How do you feel?
Absolutely, dude. Listen, more Showa represented characters to be able to still attend and still be around to attend cons such as G-Fest and many other conventions here in the States is truly a blessing, and this is one of them. I don't have anything from my Gamma collection that has been signed, and this is going to probably be the first one. Granted, last year I could have said that I would have had. Yeah. Listen, last year we could have said that, you know what, we would have already established it, but unfortunately, you know, with other unfortunate events, that couldn't happen. But nonetheless, this is truly awesome to see. And again, from the Showa era, you know, whenever we tend to revisit and just praise, what the hell is this man talking about?
He's spinning facts is what he's doing.
Oh my! Hey, listen, dude, come on! You can't knock down a kid's dreams, man. That was one of his dreams. Screw it. But listen, we've said this so many times. Eric has stressed this a lot. Life is short, and unfortunately, and I know I'm speaking on behalf of you too as well, Adrian, there are a lot of individuals that helped pave the wave for, if not just Godzilla, but also for Gamera, Ultraman, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, whatever it is that we are fans of, that we just unfortunately will never be able to have that privilege to meet them, you know, within the likes of Haru Nakajima, not Sutomo Kitagawa, Kenpachiro Satsuma. I mean, I know he ain't as old as, you know, these two who I just mentioned, but Jason David Frank, Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, you know, and there's so many more. Akira Takarada, you know, the list just keeps on going. So this is awesome to see, and I can't wait for this year's G-Fest, because we got a good chunk of people pulling up, and it's truly exciting. Truly exciting.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, it's sad to think about the last 5 years, how many great actors and actresses we've lost. And this like with my story, this like with Jason David Frank. He was in San Antonio the week before he passed away.
Wow.
And I didn't get to meet him. So now with stuff like that happening, I'm trying to make it a priority that if I know I really love that particular person coming to the con, I need to get the autographs. No matter what, I have to get the autographs, because I may not get another chance.
There was a convention in Massachusetts that me and Michelle were going to attend. Akira
Mhm.
Takarada was going to be there. We
Yeah.
had 1 week from going to that convention, and then find out he passed that week.
Mm.
I was devastated, dude. So
But
it's it's an honor and a blessing to see somebody like that from the era that basically molded the kaiju world into what it is now. Seeing them show up and show face and want to just greet us with their presence. So again, can't wait for G Fest this year, man.
yeah. And of course, Leslie. I mean, he was the first Gamma kid, so that's like being the first Bond girl. That's reaching like a motherfucker. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, he is the first Kenny. If you know, you know.
Oh God, Leslie.
Right.
Leslie, are you still going to Japan, buddy?
I
If
believe
you
he is. I believe he's still going to Japan.
Yes, if you are, just don't forget to get my ticket. All right. Not for G Fest, but like the month after G Fest. That'd be much appreciated, bro.
Oh goodness.
Oh, is that all we got for today, Adrian?
Yep, that's all we got for today.
Man. Poor Sammy. Poor
I
Samson.
know.
Oh, you want to close this?
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I was gonna announce that we might stream on Twitch tonight some more Halo 5. But if Samson's internet's not working, we ain't doing nothing if his internet's not working. So I need to Samson, if you're in the chat still, we need a ETA, buddy. but if not, I'm be sad because I am off tomorrow, so I wouldn't mind an extra day of gaming. But yeah, we might do that tonight. We'll see. If not gaming, maybe another movie night. We'll honestly we'll find we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's all we got this week. And yeah, Jordan, go and close us out.
Listen, for everybody that chimed in and tuned in to watch us today, thank you. I know we're about to reach the 2-hour marker, but there was a lot to cover. So of course, besides just coming on to YouTube and chiming in to watch us live whenever we are live, go ahead and follow us in basically every social media platform that's out there in this world today, such as Instagram, our Facebook group, Twitter or X, whatever name you prefer calling it, TikTok, Spotify, as Adrian mentioned earlier with Samson, Twitch. If anything, go into the link right here on our YouTube channel and you'd come across all of our link trees to be able to have access to all of our social medias and stuff like that. All right. And also, more importantly, you guys know we love doing giveaways. All right. We are planning to do a big giveaway here on YouTube, if not only for our monthly shows, but also when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys know anybody that'd be interested into subscribing, or if you just want to partake in the giveaway and just have, send, our YouTube to whoever it is you guys want to be able to reach 1,000 subscribers, by all means, go right ahead. And also a friendly reminder that we are sponsored by Super 7. So by all means, make sure to, again, click our link tree, hit our Super 7 logo, or if not that, type in super7.com/monsters with attitude 2024. All right. Highly recommend it. You guys will get discounts off of your purchases. And so, yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys again for tuning in. And as always,
Wait. Don't be a hoe. Share the show.
Share the show. But besides that, as always, you guys, don't forget to just simply embrace
the
the attitude.
attitude.
Goodbye, everyone.